Another thing, what I ended up settling on, going for evidence feels mundane. Don't feel like I'm equipped to break Archie out. But going for a higher power, I feel like that's going to be more interesting. We're gonna go with that. Archie needn't know what I'm thinking, but politics will solve this problem more effectively than detection. We don't need more evidence. We need someone with the power to make the case go away. I'll see what I can do. Ooh. Could change too. Find someone powerful enough to intervene. Curry more favor with I am always glad to visit Archie on the HMS Ungulate with you. How's the neighborhood doing? All well's on the streets? Every day I can walk a little further without getting lost. Sometimes I lose a place again. You recall the secondhand clothes man who used to be around the corner? Once I found them selling a piece that my mother had made. Recognized her design work at once. Must have passed from owner to servant, from servant to secondhand shop. Where are they to? First I thought the shop was destroyed. But it's moved 2 streets away now. Whole building. This could improve on the tram service. All the passengers enter the shop. Moves across London, everyone out. It's only gone a couple of blocks in all the months since the fall. May need a more regular schedule. You should visit me more often. Accompany me on my rounds to the neighborhood. I can show you some things you might find interesting. I think well of you. I wouldn't want to give the wrong impression. If I understood, I'd be happy to. I will look out for you. There are new curiosities every day. Bits of town keep rearranging themselves. Found my way to somewhere you might like. An easier route than it ought to be. I think perhaps there's an error in the alignment of the streets. Interesting. The clock pleases me. A finger pointing at nothing. Sometimes you can hear the river creatures singing here. But mostly, I like to enjoy the ruin. Fuck that giant clock. Always ding-donging. Who called you Big Ben? I'll show you the biggest Ben of them all. That's right, my middle finger. Fuck you. We stand and talk for a time. Now and then someone walks by, but mostly we have quiet. The false stars crawl across the ceiling of the Neath. Ooh. New location discovered. The South Bank. Artensical cloth. Unknown methods. David. Killed David. Damn. I wanted to put David over here. No! I can't put David on both sides. That would have been funny if I could put David on both sides. Wait, why? What's with these? Oh! Certain people are going to lock off certain actions or motivations. I see. We're gonna go with someone. Somehow transmitted poison. Somehow influenced. Imagined puppet master. Inside job. Ooh. Okay, what about fought over Rachel? Okay, so that's okay, it's still an inside job, I see. Hold of impermanent murder. Mr. Pages. Archie. No. Ivy. No. Rachel. How from afar? Alright, so inside job is mostly for people inside. Well, if I do ferret? It's also how from afar, I see. Novelize the affair. Okay, so knowingly gave poison. It's gonna be the tainted drug one. What about artisanal cloth? Okay. We'll go with the story that I think that gives me the most open-ended. Want someone over here, somehow transmitted poison. Motivator. I'll just put Milton here. Sure. I feel like I'm missing something because I feel like I'm not getting like anything seems directly prompted because of our story constructions. All right. All right, well, let's talk to Virginia. Ooh, wait. Collect Virginia's opinion for Archie's manifesto. All right, I should look good, right? According to the clerk, you had an appointment with me. No appointment was on the schedule this morning. I am sorry. I do want your advice on your paths of power, you know. If you were in my position and found yourself ruled by the masters, I would not find myself ruled. Not for long, at any rate. How would you go about bringing them down? If you were in my situation. If you are strong, you fight power with defiance. If you are weak, with poison. If that isn't too delicate a topic just now, you'll have to grow your own revolution in secret. Do not reveal yourself, even to one another. Gather your resources. Study the weaknesses of your opponents. Masters differ from one another. you will need a different strategy for each. You'll want allies. Do not expect me to be one of them. If London is entirely overthrown, it becomes useless to me. Happily, it is quite unlikely you will succeed entirely. Much more likely you will annoy and distract the masters. A London in the weak and tenuous grasp of its curators. That would be very acceptable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1,000 blessings on you. You'll get yourself killed, probably more than once. I dare say it will prove instructive. No one speaks for a moment. I really love her just the shirt part. The like almost elbow length gloves, not so much. Feels a little too plague doctor-y to me. Maybe if the gloves went like past the elbow, it would swing back around to being cool. But like the way it has like these severe like fold like layering things is really neat to me. I wonder if those like button, it'd be really strange to put on and take off. Make my excuses to be going. I trust you remember how to find the exit. At least you don't say whatever you are thinking like most of the Londoners. But dishonesty is not alluring in itself, so pray don't feel I will pine over you in your absence. I shake my head to clear it. Ruminations are gone. That's certainly a whistle. Whee! Welcome on by. I hope you're having a good evening. By now, Horatio will be wondering where I am. Met in Revolution. And speaking of meeting in Revolution, that was 360 degrees right there. Painted a sunset. Ooh, nice. Sunrises and sunsets have a lot of potential great colors and scenes for any kind of landscapes. Congratulations, and I hope it turned out well for you. Ah, a friend. As a newcomer to the house, you might find it amusing, I suppose. It is an unusual situation. You look solemn, Horatia. Last time was when you told us the supply of cheese had run out. I know we've had a happy little group here. The time has come. I've taken in a new lodger. I'm doing my best to get Archie sent home. You haven't yet. We don't know how long it will take. No, but I don't think it's time to give up and move on. Alright, well how'd the Dodger Lodger find us? Surprise, we haven't had many asking to lodge here since our advent into the Neath. Ajit brought him around. I had my doubts about that. You should also know he's a clay man, he calls it. Looks like a statue, but he's polite. And clothed, before you get any notions. That's a shame. All the truly highborn statue families are marble. Even if he's the most well-behaved statue you ever met. It's a risk. It will draw attention. I don't see the need. Everything we do reflects on Archie now. I need someone who can do for me outside the house. Well, hadn't you noticed I can't go outside anymore? I know you don't go out much. So the last time I saw you go out was to the graveyard. I don't anymore. I do not step through our front door. But the trade is, I can promise you our new lodger won't do anything I don't know about. Forgive my clumsy interpolation into your domestic idol. I wish to make myself known to you. I am... Makes a noise like rain running down limestone. I believe the best translation is moss? I hope to learn more about this new city. It is very different than my native Polythreme. What is Polythreme like, Mr. Moss? Moss is a cool name. I think it's a good name. It is an island far across the sea. Everything has a voice there. My king, he of 100 hearts, reigns over us all. It is often harmonious. There is very little screaming. Silence isn't the same as peace. But I'll take your word on it for the moment. There's so much screaming everywhere else in the sea. It's very strange. I hope you'll find rest here. If rest is indeed all Mr. Moss is looking for. Be understanding of our non-human guest. Welcome. Is this your first time in a human habitation? It is difficult to answer that. Not to worry. We can teach you to tell one species from the next. Would you call someone human who is born of a woman, but has the shard of a mountain in his breast? Sounds like the victim of a mining accident. Perhaps one of our more unusual saints. What motivates a clayman to reside in a boarding house in the first instance? I assume you neither eat nor sleep. The accommodations would seem to be of little value to you. Griselda. No, it is an honest question. This seems a happy place. It makes a sound like flowing water through the spout of a gargoyle. Oh, I was not made for deceit. The king did not fashion these lips for lies. I sought a man in the previous city. I did not find him. I believe he was at odds with the Khans. The who? I've heard they call themselves masters now. They style themselves after their latest acquisition. But the man is gone, and everything has changed. I hope to find my place, and my purpose once more. Grits, don't be xenophobic. It's just a mossy dude. Come on! Give him a chance! Man, I wonder how Grits would react to a rubbery man. I bet Grits doesn't even like rubbery lumps. All right, don't say I said it. I'm just rumors. Just okay. Just putting that out there. I don't think she likes rubbery lumps. The things you learn about the people you live with, it can really change your perceptions of them. The scales can be removed from your eyes. We're not always so intrusive into other people's affairs. In Polythreme, we're always in union. A polyphony makes a pleasant change. I was looking for someone in the last city. Who's falling came as a surprise. Yeah, you see, Mr. Moss requires his rest. I have no wish to be a burden. In Polythreme, what the king wishes to occur, occurs. If there are 3 of you, I will wait for you to reach an accord. I require respite rather than shelter. It will not be an undue inconvenience if I am better to look elsewhere. And he is meant to keep us safe, is he? If I were a housebreaker, I'd give him a wide berth. Besides, Ajit said he considered it his obligation to help Mr. Moss find a home. It was a good deed to place him here. If Harjeet thinks the deed makes up for arresting Archie, I have some questions about his moral accounting. Not everyone tallies their good and bad deeds in a double-entry ledger book, Lady Griselda. Whatever the ministry may have told you. But he's right. If we're all to rub along here, you all need to be comfortable with our new lodger. You live here just as much as I do. As well as that tentacle I may or may not be boning in the basement. Well, I can see I'm going to be outvoted, but I fear this will not reflect well on Archie. The court's suspicion, and perhaps the master's anger. If Archie were here, I'd say different. I think we have room for one more. I shall go and tell Mr. Moss the good news. Let him know he has you to thank. On your heads if this goes awry. I'll do what I can to smooth things over if the ministry involves itself. Person the king. Ooh. Wait. But no, I want to put the king killed him because that makes no fucking sense. Oh, we got a visitor before bed. Is it Moss? Is he gonna... A shape coalesces in the attic. Or, more accurately, looms. I'm sorry if I startled you. I hoped we might become better acquainted. And I have several questions regarding my tenancy here. I would have asked the others, but Miss Chapman was dozing and Miss Smith told me she was engaged in important business. There were a lot of very strange noises and squelching sounds from the basement. I did not realize business constituted the imbibing of wine. Okay, I should have clicked once more. I have much to learn. Do let me know when I make an error of etiquette. I am sure there shall be many. Yeah, no problem. What you wondering? I live for surprise guests. What you got for me, buddy? Oh dear. I hope you are not regularly interrupted. I am always available if required. I've noticed Londoners are adverse to poor behavior when I am present. I cannot think why. I'm afraid I did have a question. In Polythreme, our king rang a hollow bronze chime to summon us when required. His favored servants all bear his own image, so both our station and our duties are clear to all. I am afraid I find the etiquette here more confusing. I'd hoped you could explain my duties. As a lodger in Miss Chapman's guest house. Well, sometimes Horatio needs some errands done. Miss Chapman doesn't really leave the house here, you see. If you could service her messenger outside, that would be most kindly of you. I had noted her affinity with the building. It is a relationship I have not observed in Polythreme. But all the same, more like home than most things in Londinium. This seems in line with my expectations. And one last question, forgive me. But I wondered your thoughts on my behavior thus far. I hope to be well liked here if you could advise me. People are more themselves now and harder to predict. I have seen that change is frightening. The screams have stopped now. Did not enjoy witnessing the fall. I shall proceed with caution. Thank you. Good night, as they seem to say here. A phrasing that confuses me. It is always night here. What is this sun you speak of? Well, you see, there's this giant burning orb that constantly blares down at you, searing your eyeballs. And sometimes it fucks off, but it always comes crawling back to stab you again in the retinas. Oh, that seems like shit. I kind of prefer the night. Are you a triskaidekaphobiac? Baker's dozen, nothing more. Simply a button on the elevator doors. Usually it throws massive bursts of plasma at the planet too. Exactly. Don't you love it when it just fries all sorts of electronic communications? I'm the first of the morning paper. Headlines today read, Ministry of Accounting and Recounting revises marriage license requirements. Shockingly permissive new law. Oh, we don't get to see the details? Well, oh, all right. Okay, then. Also, welcome on by, Nather. I hope you're doing well. Okay, do we have a message from the past? Wait, that's different text. Sometimes now, I try to remember the surface. It was like before the fall, when we all still lived in a world of day and night, winter and summer. Grits kept her distance from the other lodgers and wore gowns. There's always enough food on the table. It wasn't always the same. Sometimes I can't get my memory to go back further than the night of the fall. Ooh. Doing good. I am doing pretty darn swell. What a remarkable painting, Miss Chapman. You're kind to say so. They were stiff with each other back in those days. Grits always talked as though she wished she were somewhere else, and she didn't have trousers yet. The lion's expression is very amiable. I wouldn't say amiable, maybe drugged. Do you think opium prevents lions from biting? It is not opium, it is divine grace. You see, Aslan was a noble lion in the book series Narnia. So I had this painting made by this artist. I saw all these beautiful animals they drew. Strangely, sometimes they seemed to draw the animals bipedal, which I thought was a bit odd. But you know, they were very, very muscular and strong animals, so I was quite partial to his renditions. I got him to draw Aslan. The painting depicts the peaceable kingdom. A lion shall lie down with a lamb, and a little child shall lead them. Yeah, for some reason in the Aslan picture, there's also a lamb, you know, in front that is also oddly well detailed, you know, and it seems to be blushing for some reason. It's a very odd arrangement of the two creatures. Ah, scripture. It is not Leviticus. That's the book with all the putting to death. Sire, the painting was a gift my father from Quaker friends. Wait, Quaker? The people that make oatmeal? Interesting. I didn't even know they started painting. All right, we have... I feel like this game is going a mile a minute. Because I only get like 2 actions, but things are constantly happening and changing. I don't know how much it's making me miss things. Because there's just so many... I feel like I'm never fucking making a dent in all the things to do. So that's Ivy for prospective killers. Oh my god, we have so many things we can do in the land house. I see. They're trying to force you to replay. They did say at the very beginning that you will not be able to get everything in a single playthrough. But I mean, like, it's par for the course in visual novels. So it's like, I don't mind, but it feels like a lot of things are going on all at the same time. And it's like, it's not that they're all like I have to choose which event threads I want to pursue, and I'll have to pick up other ones on a different playthrough. More so that, like, all right, David died. All right, no, you can, you know, start investigating some stuff as to who could possibly have murdered David. You start learning some things. All right, all of a sudden, David is back. And then, the major things are happening, and there's not a lot of room being given for them to breathe, because I'm still working on stuff from, like, introduced previously. I don't know. I don't know if the pacing is gonna maybe change or if this is expected. I mean, we're barely into the game. I don't know how long of it is. It just feels like a very different style than, like, the last couple we've played. The Harmony game, as well as Teenage Exocolonist. There's so many here. Okay, bring him to Mr. Page's. I do want to do that. Like David's opinion for Archie's manifesto. What is our manifesto? All right, calling London to action. Metin revolution. Yes, Mr. Pages wanted to drain London of her wealth and resources, established a ministry rule forbidding mapping of the Neath. The typical Londoner credulously believed its propaganda, even when it warned against using quite common street names. The citizens of London engaged in subversive acts of secretive cartography. Encoded maps were passed from hand to hand. The masters were outflanked. Okay. I think we should close out our story. So we're gonna go to Rachel to hand in her final chapter, and hopefully we can knock out a few other things. And then we will go visit Archie and give him that thing. All right, we don't want our Spirifer's fork. We want our corsage. That'll do. That'll do. You have a visitor? Good to see you. I pause and look in Phoebe's direction. Mention the change in marriage law? What is the change? I recount the newspaper story. Ministry has changed marriage license requirements to allow more people to be married. Oh, so it just legalized polygamy. Ha! Based masters, actually? Oh. The law is meant to encourage a proliferation of affections, which does sound a trifle alarming. Make the story as engaging as I can. Plenty of detail with a fair sprinkling of dramatic pauses. As far as the faceless, unelected representatives go, I'm sure England's had worse. Not as if any of us were going to run for parliament or vote. Talk about the sinister nature of authority. Speak a moment about the sinister nature of the ministry. Rachel hears me out, but it's plain this question doesn't matter as much to her as it does to me. Don't mind me. There's a brief lull in the conversation. Rachel brings up a legend, common among many of the servant classes, that the Neath contains many other fallen cities. They say it's just a way the floor of the deep ocean is covered with bones. When a leviathan dies, it sinks to the bottom, and there's no one to bury it. By the way, here's this tragic story ender for you. I present her my tale with an air of triumph. She reads on. It's hardly a happy outcome, is it? In fact, I might call it gloomy. Wait, I thought it was supposed to be... Gods... Okay, I must have misread. The requirements of the author may seem odd to a layperson, but if I sit down and write, and I don't have the suitable incidents in mind, nothing will go right. Characters will talk themselves in circles. What about your autistic friends? Rachel falls into telling me stories of Milton's salon. It is attended mostly by writers and poets, especially daring poets, who sometimes attempt a reading, but Milton's side commentary has proven to be a deterrent to the softer-bellied. He has no patience with work that's made to pattern. It's a story about the uncomplaining suffering of wives, servants, children, or dogs. There's also a strict rule against pains to the faithfulness of Penelope, or Ruth, or the Virgin Mary. If anyone dares say anything like that, quips it out of existence. It goes on and on like this for some time, introducing me in turn to all the characters of the world, whether highborn or not. There's a chapter waiting for me to finish it. Look after yourself, my dear. I give Rachel a provocative look. I give her the expression. Wait, do I have... Damn! I thought I had a hotkey that could... Oh, let me double check. Maybe I just misremembered it. It's not that one. It's not that one. I'll just set it up. The expression. No, it's still not working. I don't understand. Oh, well. Well, I guess no expression is had. You gotcha. Welcome on by. I hope you're having a good evening. Okay, Okay. Plot about a heroine learning of her romantic abandonment. Okay. I don't want to go back just to give her that, so we're gonna go to Archie and deliver the manifesto. Hi, Misfit! Welcome on by. Hello, hello, hello. Well, thanks for leading your people on over to the ziggurat. I hope you had a great time in armor, shooting all of those filthy Covenant grunts and other ne'er-do-wells. But Misfit, it is most tiring mowing down the foes of the united earth. Pray tell, you stand up, wiggle a bit, leave a piss, take a water, do any and all of those in whichever order you wish. We nuke them? Okay, well that works too. Alright, that's less strenuous if you just fire a nuke. Come on, that's too easy. If you're coming here from Misfits and you forgot to follow, now you can. If you don't know me, I am Dreki, Dreki, armor the draconic serpent. Wait, hold on. Being in a sing-song made me forget my spiel. Hi, I'm Dreki Wormer, Draconic Serpent, Flightless Dragon, or simply Worm on the internet. There we go. You'd think yapping my trap for the last couple hours means I am able to string a sentence together. But in fact, that is simply a lie, a clever ruse I have tricked all of you with. I cannot fucking speak today. We are playing Mask of the Rose. If you've never heard of it, it's a bit of a murder, mystery, romance visual novel set in the Fallen London setting. If you don't know the Fallen London setting, well, you are in for a treat, because it is quite delightful. Featuring all sorts of fascinating characters, like a guy who got murdered, but he got better. Clayman, a rubbery person, devils, you know? Just all sorts of amazing and fascinating people to interact with. And we are currently delivering a manifesto because we are trying to start the revolution over the masters who are ruling the Neath. Oh, I need to put on something. I need to dress down. That's right. I'm just a humble tailor, coming here to visit my friend unjustly imprisoned. Someone is here to see you, Archie. Heard that 4 other cities also fell into the Neath. Archie plainly thinks I find that idea alarming. Oh dear. Breathe deep, my friend. London is the 5th. Hey, who told you that? Mr. Pages. Just for the asking? That makes it worse. He cannot think we can stop him then. That would explain the coins that are not London coin. I wonder whether there's always been the masters who collected cities, or whether there were other conquerors before. Have you found someone yet to stand in for me here? I've been keeping a hammock warm for the true culprit. You can find him. I'm working, buddy. Nearly there. Found out some very interesting things, and a couple stuff as well. Hey, will I come home soon then? We'll see. And remember what I taught you, eh? When you're crafting a theory, there's something you don't know. Figuring out which bits are still unknown. That'll let you ask the right questions. I have something for you, Archie, old buddy. A plan of defiance against the ministries and the masters. Ugh, that's fine. Are you gonna tell me where to take it? I cannot do that. Need to meet the gentleman on the other side of the mirror. Have a way to get there. Even out the ungulate. I'm supplied. How's that? We drop prisoners, honey, will take you to the place of dreams. Those times, it's no more than an escape. And at the worst, you might meet with a nightmare. But you can meet people there too. You know where you mean to look. The way I have to speak with my publisher when the need comes. I see. Would you be so good as to bring me a few bits and bobs? He holds out a torn bit of paper on which he scribbled down the names of various ingredients. Some are common enough on the surface, but not all so easy to find here. Others are distinctly peculiar. I don't recognize half of this. Take the list with you to show. Just a lot of those if you would. I'll speak to Ferret on it. Thank you. Horatia's not been to visit. You did not know, eh? Hate to think she believes him guilty. I'm sure that's not the reason. It's not what I thought she'd do. She's always said a great deal about us all being like family to her. For all that family don't pay rent. How you doing, Archie, buddy, old pal? You holding up all right? You don't hurt the Horatius. Hygiene's open to doubt. You cannot understand the accent of half of them in. Not good, constable. Did I let me bring anything for the stomach or lungs or the nightmares? The comfort is, do have a wee bottle of my own sleep compound. 2 drops a night, and it's like to being transported somewhere else. Come back as soon as you like. Tomorrow, if it suits you. Let's see. Let's go to dinner. Okay, I think tomorrow we're gonna go to the Rubbery Man, bring him to Pages. And then either goes to the Ivy, the store, because I feel like that's where the Rubbery Man's going to set up next. Or we'll bring the completed story to Rachel. I don't want them. He's trying to be kind. They're an abomination unto the Lord. More importantly, an abomination unto me. Can't you just make her see sense? Our new lodger is making horrid dolls for a reason best known to himself. Play versions of us. Please make him stop doing it. Do I have? Is there a Dreki one? I want a Dreki doll. Where's mine? I think he's working on it. Mine was sweet. Oh, I think he's working on it. Mine was sweet. Though he made me look terribly fierce. Mine had the most outrageous wig. I think he means to make an army. They're not like him. They don't move. Yet. Also surrounded by a profusion of little clay men. Oh, I'm sorry. Yours is not ready. Oh, well, gotcha. It seems you pulled the wrong lever on your own gotcha. Because you got sent to the void, buddy. Several defective Grizzies lie discarded, their expressions variously contemptuous or angry. Her hair, too, appears to have been a point of difficulty. You can't make me perish! You're the one who went to the void! Oh, alright, I'll hydrate. Oh, thank you for that, boo. There's something beguiling about the collection. Whee! I remember my king in his marble palace. His garden of statues, all made in his image. I thought the other residents here would appreciate a similar gesture. Offer to make the dolls less unsettling. Maybe a little less lifelike? That is their genius. But you know the others better. I will take that advisement. Don't stop, just, you know, don't make him too mimicky. Alright, I get to the morning paper after Grits is done with it. Headline today reads, Pigeon population at St. Paul's eradicated by overhunting. Damn, we don't have any more fresh farm pigeons. We have to start hunting gnomes. Gotta get the fresh meats. Reach for another memory out of that jumbled grab bag. After the fall, there was a time where I didn't go to dinners. Are you ill, friend? They find you have an appetite if you get out a bit. Take a walk, stretch the legs. Constable Harjit will take you if you want to go. Thank you. I know it's kindly meant. You'd prefer us out. They're like they see you in this state. Come downstairs. We've said our piece. Best to leave it. Alright. Bring him to Mr. Page's. Alright, this is business. I am here on behalf of the Rubbery Men. In my elegant cloak. My fancy hat. Wait. I need my other hat. Admiral's hat. There we go. Tacklin burbles a greeting. Tacklin wiggles his tentacles with nervous anticipation. Are you ready to meet Mr. Pages? Tacklin makes a lonely warble. I think he misses Barkwin's constant presence. This is followed by a forlorn trumpeting noise. It indicates that he suspects she is stealing his idea to set up shop. It is a very specific suggestion. Perhaps he knows more about her current whereabouts than he is saying, but he gives no further indication. He makes a resolute honk. It is of no concern of his. Wherever she is, he wonders where that might be. Mr. Pages is not known for an excess of patience. A brave little warble follows. But Tacklin is as ready as he'll ever be. Oh, excuse me.
I am informed of a familiar visitation. I hope it will not be like that ghastly novel where the miser is inflicted with spirits, each more dischromonious than the last.
Ah, yes, the Mr. Scrooge. This is the ghost of rubbery past. Tacklin makes a shy warble. It conveys a sense of distant acquaintance, cautiously renewed.
Ah, the tentacled ones. I had not thought to see you again. Past resurfaces in most unexpected ways. I hope the stitchments of past and present will not cause undue reptitudes.
Cautious hopes for a union of master and rubbery. I hope we can put the past to bed.
A wondrous notion. But shovel and verger, didn't you relate the church bells?
Tacklin makes excited, albeit nervous hoots.
I am informed you have come not only with glad tidings of resuscitation,
Resurrectionism?
but also a proposition.
Tacklin gestures wildly, and many orifices produce plangent warbles. The cacophony is loud, but the sense is clear. Tacklin requests not an introduction, but a license. To kill! The warbling continues.
A magisterial rockophony. I only wish I understood it.
The desire takes shape in oozing syllables. Commerce, a license to trade, and murder. A shop of its own, to trade from. The warbling ceases, but Tacklin gives you an expectant look.
You must interpolate for me.
I'll do my best. Tacklin makes a worried warble. Tacklin makes a second hooting attempt, ending with a defiant "Ooh-za-loo-roo." He is insistent that he requires a place of business from which to engage in the chief activity of London. That is, commerce. No, rubbery man! Tacklin, save yourself from capitalism! Don't let it infect you. Pages looks at me, awaiting elucidation. Translate accurately. Ask for Pages to permit the rubbery men to enter London. Tacklin wishes to open a shop. The
master's outlawed charity, you know. Despite the evident excitables around the proposalment, I can see many flaws, obstacles, and errors. Commerce grows slowly. The economy not yet stabilized. To our competition, it is such a fragile ecology. Could prove disaster for us. It is with a full heart, I must decline. But it seems prudent that a more managed rapprochement between Rubbery and Underarm must begin. And with you here already as an embassy, I believe the process may begin. I shall send clerks to bedevil you shortly. A capricious day to you all.
Chocolin makes an anguished honk. There is a determination in his tone, but there is no blame. He makes a final, defiant, this is not the end. But there will be work regardless. The reemergence of the Rubbery Men is not a small matter. He'll return to the Warrens. He hopes to see me soon. For now, he is very tired. Jacqueline knows where he is, because he knows where he isn't. That looks like a proper lad. Yeah. Also, welcome by, Lucy. I hope you're doing well. Right. Now let's deliver Rachel the story, because now it's a happy ending. That'll do. That'll do. You have a visitor. Okay, I've been watching horror YouTube videos for times as usual. I don't know if horrific YouTube videos are the best before going to bed. Or count the newspaper story. Pigeon population of St. Paul's has almost been exhausted. Make the story as engaging as I can. Plenty of detail and a fair sprinkling of dramatic pauses. The fall was worse for David than for me, I think. Though I did lose an entire draft in the spillage of ink. You've got nothing on 7. Well, they gotta fill the whole time somehow. I laugh, but let the subject drop. For a moment, no one speaks. They say if you travel far enough through the cave, you'll find the ruins of Kazith. I present my tale with an air of triumph. A triumph? All ends well, and the readers sleep snug in their beds. There's a short silence. Fill in the Ministry's desire for tales of desire and love, at least. I know you like to research these matters. So if there's anything in this story that requires practice, I can only offer my assistance. Can you repeat that one? I need to locate a pen. Rachel does look grateful. And she adds a proper payment. Oh shit! What do we do with all this money? Oh, thank you. You are lovely. Think nothing of it. That is all I will need, I think. Thank you for your help with this project. More than once, you've brought me an incident I would never have thought myself. It would most certainly not have come out as it has without your influence. Try smooching. I have feelings for Milton. Possibly hopeless, but present all the same. Point out the social distance. There's a great gulf between you and Milton. You don't move in the same society, and he is a devil. Rachel hesitates. One's been raised to avoid uncouthness, but I must return to my writing, I'm afraid. It has been distracting. Time to go home and eat some supper. Mushrooms, mushrooms, and more mushrooms, because there ain't no more pigeon meat, that's for sure. Congratulations on your freedom, Lucy. May it be long and bountiful. Forgive me for interrupting, everybody. I have something I'd very much like you all to see. He was asking about my work with Mr. Pages. I very much hope I am not about to be confronted with a version of him in clay.
Hold on, give me a second.
I've got all these
crap!
frogs.
Oh,
Here you go.
Shit!
Ah! Ah! No, Moss! No, Moss! Why did you send all these frogs at me? My brethren. The dolls are lifelike, but imprinted with cheeky character that reflect the essence of the original. I hope these are to your liking. I took inspiration from a show near Hogsland Market I saw. It involved marionettes and what I took to be a crocodile. These are entirely charming, Mr. Moss. Yours has her nose in the air, Grits. I did not notice that. Look, yours is wagging her finger, telling somebody off, no doubt. I believe she is emphatically making a point. That's all. I think these will do nicely, Mr. Moss. Are you going to put on your own puppet show? When could we expect you to make your debut at the Hogsland Market? Oh no, they're far too fragile to withstand such a performance. Business with the sausages alone would surely shatter them. Don't fret, Mr. Moss. It's just teasing. These are far too precious to subject to such ridicule. I'm glad my work has proved satisfaction. I suppose I have deferred from my King's Own project in one crucial respect, however. Could not keep from including your particulars in the project. You are all so fully formed already, I couldn't help but include your character. No, I think that was the right way to go about it. I am glad. Artistic expression of this kind is not encouraged in Polythreme. The conductor controls the choir, not the other way around. I'm glad my humble efforts find favor here. Speaking of which, I must get back to my tasks. I don't wish to give Miss Chapman cause to fret. Eeby Schleeby time.